Hi, I'm Jennifer Russo with the Market by Jennifer's. We are located on 36th Street and Indian School in the Gaslight Square. And we can't wait to show you some incredible food of what we do. But kind of our base is that we have a lot of fun with is taking a little twist on the classics, farm to table-ish, and supporting as much local as possible. So we have a lot of fun around here. We also like to do a lot of specialty dinners. We do incredible winemaker dinners. We have a Euro wine series on Thursdays. And anything fun we can do around here, we love to do. Wednesday through Saturday, we do dinner, and Saturday and Sunday, we do brunch. So that's what we do over here. Now we can start cooking some gnocchi. So we're gonna start with a really nice hot pan, like so. And this is a kind of a two-disher only because I'm gonna let the sauce cook down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put all the parts in the other. So we're gonna start first by getting our gnocchi. We make our house-made gnocchi into some boiling water to do a little partial cook. Watch the little spitting of the fire over there because we got hot pans everywhere. And while that's doing its thing, we're gonna come over here and heat up our fixings. So we're gonna start with some really fun mushrooms. We have some oyster mushrooms that we get locally. Them little baby guys like so. I don't like to add any seasoning yet to the mushrooms because I want to get some nice color on them. When you add the salt to it, all the moisture comes out. So I'm gonna let it cook, let it get a little saute, and then at the end we'll add some seasoning to bring it all together. While that's doing that, you get some nice color on there. We wanna hear that singing. It goes pretty quick, especially if you don't add your salt there. In my second pan, like so, I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil because that's a nice base. And then we have a pre-made, I like a tomato vodka. Like so, cooking it down. I'm just gonna give it a little splash. Always pull your pan off when you're adding alcohol. Just a little bit of wine in there. And then I'm gonna get a little pat of butter, like so, and bringing it all together. Get a little messy, but that's okay. From there, we're gonna grab our gnocchi. I like a little bit of the pasta water. Drop it in like so. And then we're gonna turn that heat down a little bit. We're gonna come back to our mushrooms. We're gonna add some already cooked pork shoulder, or pork butt, excuse me. And that's just low and slow in the oven. And it's really nice to be able to throw that in, do a couple of purposes with our pork. It goes into our pozole and then also our gnocchi. And then we're gonna finish it off with some wilted greens. We just have spinach, but if there's something that you love, go for it. Little kale, little greens. So we have our partial cook here. Now we're gonna add it into our pasta and then mix it all together. It's saucy, but not too saucy, but I want all those flavors to come together. And I also want the tomato sauce to cook a little bit into the gnocchi to really make that incredible bite. And we do a lot of fun stuff here. So we like to switch the menu twice a year, sticking with the seasons, because sadly in Arizona, I kind of feel like we only have two now, hot or not so hot. So right now we're still working on our wintry fall menu, which will it will switch in the next week or two, but this is a classic that we always have on because it's always been a fan favorite. I'm gonna hit it with just a pinch more sauce to wet it up, and then we can plate this up. We're gonna come over here to our plate. We want to make sure we get a little bit of everything in there. I like it some height. Making sure we have everything in there, like so. Now we have to finish her. A little pre-grated parm, like so. I love whole herbs, so we'll pick a little of Italian parsley. So. Same with our basil, just give it a little tear. And then some fresh parm. Just use one of your peelers. Just really lets all that nuttiness, deliciousness, like so. And then we're gonna finish it off with just a pinch of our favorite flaky salt. I love sea salt, she's local. And then we're just gonna give it a little wipe. And there we go. There's our market gnocchi. Here's another one of our personal favorites. This is our steak and Fritz. This is a meat by Lynn's, a sirloin with a little bit, Long Island with a little bit of fresh arugula and our Fleet Street fries. And then lastly, we have our burrata, which is just a crispy, it's like a big mozzarella cheese stick, but elevated. We have our crushed tomato sauce, fried burrata, a little noble bread on the side, and finished off with some parm as well. So that's some of our favorites over here at the Market by Jennifer's. And when we come back, we'll talk about another favorite of ours. Thank you. Hi, I'm Jennifer with the Market by Jennifer's on 36th Street Indian School in the Gaslight Square. And we are here cooking up some of our favorites for our dinner menu. And then we also have brunch. Dinner, we're open Wednesday through Saturday, 4 to 9, and then brunch Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 3 both days. So we are gonna do one of our classics that we've had on the menu since we opened almost 13 years ago, and it's our twist on a niçoise salad. We are gonna start with first a little sushi grade tuna. This will make sure we got some nice seasoning on, like so. You know, I feel like protein needs a good amount of seasoning because it's your little base there. So I'm gonna do that like so. A little bit of oil. I want that really hot pan. I do like a non-stick pan on this. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna grab my tongs over here. Because what I'm doing is I'm just searing it and keeping it nice and red in the middle. So that hot pan's gonna give me what I'm looking for. Get a nice pretty piece of tuna, like so. And then we're gonna get in there and do that's that sizzle we want. It's literally gonna take about 30 seconds on each side. So we're gonna come over here real quick and put together a dressing. I always like to have a little base of a Dijon, and I added a little bit of agave on this because it holds the dressing together. We're doing a little champagne vinegar. We could start there. And you know what, classically, it's, 3 to 1. I like that. I like a little bite. So I'm gonna go maybe 3 to 1, 2 to 1 almost, just because I like that little kick. Like so. We're gonna come over here back to our tuna. Give her a quick flip. Now that one's gonna be done in a second. Come back here. Just like so. It all kind of comes together. That Dijon does the work for us. Come back and pull our tuna off. Seared beautifully on both sides, like so, and let that just kind of rest for a minute. And then we're gonna start building our salad. We're gonna take a little bit of, we're just gonna have some nice mesclun greens. So, I don't like it overdressed, but I definitely wanna make sure all of our leaves are getting dressed. Like so. Then we're gonna take our plate here, and then we'll have our base of our greens. You don't have to kill it with the amount because we're gonna put a lot of fun fixings on here for the classic salad. I love some beautiful little heirloom tomatoes. And I like it all separated because that's kind of classically how they do it, but we add some fun, fresh ingredients. The little guys you can leave whole, like so. Big guys you can cut in half. I just like some nice Yukon Gold potatoes, pre-blanched, kept at room temperature. Very classic. There's some fresh shallots. A little sliver or so on there. I like the shallots because of the sweetness, but it also helps with that little bite on there. We have some niçoise olives, per the name. I like a mix, so we do a little bit of everything on here. Also some whole, some cut, very fun, all pitted, just for if you're doing this at home for your guests, you don't want them to break a tooth. These are our haricot vert green beans, which are our French green bean. And then we take our little 9-minute egg, so we're still soft in the middle, like so. And then right there, we want to make sure we hit that with a little extra salt. Then we're gonna take our tuna. I like to give it one slice so you see the prettiness of the seared ahi like we did. And then we're gonna finish it with a few caper berries, which is fun. And then for the side, a little French baguette. We 100% can do this without to make it a gluten-free. And then we're gonna season all the way on top. And there is our, oh, excuse me, I forgot the best part. Finishing it with a little bit of lemon zest. That really just brings everything all together. And there is our market niçoise. We also have one of my personal favorites. We have a carpaccio here, seared beef tenderloin, so we're not serving it raw, with beautiful veggies, our tomatoes, shallots, a little fennel, which is gorgeous, and the fennel fronds, baby arugula, some charred lemon to bring it all together, and a beautiful olive oil and flaky salt to finish. And then our favorite dessert gal is Tracy Dempsey, that does all of our market desserts. This is her classic ooey gooey, which is a butter cake with berries and a little whipped cream. We have other fun stuff too. Thank you so much for coming.